Chef Ben here. It's Wednesday night. We're a little late. We had a black box competition in-house tonight that just finished. On top of that, we had some really fun internet problems. We are on a mobile hotspot right now. That's how important this is to us. Thank you for watching. I'm joined today by my guest Natalie from the House of Auto Details, which is just up the street from us. Welcome, Natalie.
Hello.
Natalie chose the dish tonight, so we are going to make a Caribbean steamed fish.
Yes.
Okay, so explain that to me. What are we doing?
So first, steamed fish is a traditional dish. This one is more from, I would say, the West Indian side of the Caribbean. Okay. So Barbados, St. Vincent, Jamaica, those kind of places. This one will have more of a Bajan flavor to it. Okay. But steamed fish, it's not cooked in a steamer. It's basically a fish stew. Okay. And it's usually accompanied by Caribbean ground provisions like white Caribbean sweet potatoes, carrots, plantains, red sweet peppers, tomatoes. So it's like a nice saucy dish, and we're gonna cook it up and enjoy it.
Cool. So probably the steam name probably comes from the braising when the steam rises.
Exactly. Yes. Gotcha. Exactly.
All right. So what do we have to do first?
So the first thing that we want to do is we want to get the onions and the garlic ready.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay.
Lisa Richard came in. Meet Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. So while you're doing that, let's talk about your business.
So my business is House of Auto Details and Crown Rust Control here in Bedford.
Okay.
And we are a full-service premium auto detailing garage, and we are also the Crown Rust Control for Bedford area.
So explain to me like the auto detailing side of it. What does that mean?
Auto detailing is basically maintenance for your vehicle, in addition to restoration. So that could be expel paint protection film. It's ceramics for keeping your car shiny. It's scratch removal. It's basically restoring your vehicle, making you love it again type thing.
So you essentially make it look like it does when you buy it from the dealership.
Exactly. We want to make it look like you just rolled off of the dealership floor.
And then rust coating.
Rust protection. So we are Crown Rust Control, and Crown Rust Control, Canada's #1 rust protection. And basically, it's something that we need for our vehicles to keep them corrosion free.
Because all the salt on the roads and everything.
Well, you know what? Salt, yes, but the #1 corrosive is water, right? And here in the Maritimes, we have a lot of salty air, we have a lot of water, and we have a lot of condensation, rising temperatures, the changing weather. So it's important to get that rust protection in.
And so if people are looking for you, they can find you on Facebook?
They can find us on Facebook. They can find us on our House of Auto Details page or our Crown Rust Control Bedford page. They can also find us on our website, houseofautodetails.ca.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Do you have specific addresses for? Are you on Twitter or Instagram? Or anything?
We are on Twitter at House of Auto Details. We are on Instagram as well at House of Auto Details. And we are also going to be launching our new website in about 5 days.
Nice.
So people are going to be really able to see what we do and see the caliber of work that we put out. Gotcha. So I'm looking forward to that.
So if people are searching for you on Facebook, will there be other House of Auto Details like in the States? Or
there are no other House of Auto Details. It's just us. We are the house.
Nice.
Oh no.
And you have the longest, I gotta say, for someone who's searching, you have the longest address in the Facebook world, I think. It's House of Auto Details, Rust Control.
No, we don't anymore.
Really?
No, we have two pages. We have 2 different pages.
Oh, so now it's getting confusing. So which page are they looking for?
So we have House of Auto Details because mostly people who are looking for that type of service, they're looking for restoration. They're looking for a specific thing. They're looking for beautiful cars. The people who are looking for rust control are usually looking for longevity. So to cut up the noise and so people can find us. People who are looking for Crown, they know where to find us.
So do you do restoration on old cars as well?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay,
we've done a lot of actually pretty exciting projects. Last year we worked for Ford Canada for a few commercials. We went down to Lunenburg to restore some vehicles. We also do...
You got to restore a lot of Fords.
Come on! Come on! I'm from a Ford family. My husband's probably watching.
Stop it.
Come on!
I can hear my Chevy Cruze out there honking its horn and cheering.
goodness! Can I leave now?
Show over. It was a good 5 minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Finally, turn the tables on the guests. Finally.
So anyhow, Chevy Cruze is the #1 product we rust control.
Chevy Cruises?
Well, that's because people like them so much they want to keep them for a long time.
Sure.
So what are we doing here?
Okay, so here we have kind of the basic start of our steamed fish. We have our chopped up sweet peppers, our onions, and we're gonna just basically get some garlic going here. We're going to saute this in a little bit of butter.
So this is kind of the same base as a lot of Creole dishes.
It is the same basis, and you have the French-speaking Caribbean, and you have the English-speaking Caribbean. The biggest difference would be the seasonings. So, for example,
so it all kind of starts the same, and then it's what you add to it.
Yes, it's what you add to it. For example, I brought my green seasoning that I made myself.
Which is okay. So let's talk about that. So I don't know if anybody can see this.
Yeah. So
this is salmon coated in green seasoning.
It's coated in green season. Every Caribbean country, every Caribbean household has a green season made differently depending on what that family likes. So there's no recipe. It's the things that you like, whether it's a lot of onions or a lot of thyme or a lot of marjoram, a lot of sage. Every family makes theirs different, and they can add and subtract as they go along. And usually in a West Indian household, you would have a vat of that in the fridge.
Okay.
And it goes on fish, it goes on chicken, it goes on beef, lamb, veal, everything.
Gotcha.
Right?
So I have a few people to catch up on here. So Valerie Mansour says, good show even though she's not on it.
Valerie.
Lisa, Dave,
Yeah.
said Dylan and Nia say great and excellent, mummy.
Okay, good.
Then we have Lisa Richard, love the background laughing, and her F-150 rocks.
It is no surprise to me that Lisa drives an F-150.
That's my dream truck. That's my dream truck. If Ford is listening, that's what I want.
Okay, so let's talk about. Okay, well, let's get this going.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So what do we need to do?
First, we want to get
nice and hot.
Nice and hot. And I'll chop the tomatoes as well, so that's all ready.
So let's talk about you for a second. Your background is fairly mixed. Hey,
Very,
you got a pretty wide.
Very, very mixed. So I was born in Barbados, but my parents aren't Barbadian. My grandparents are British. My mother's born in one country. My father's born in St. Vincent. My mother's born in St. Lucia. I was born in Barbados, lived there for a bit, but been living in North America for over 20 years. So I also have Creole, English, lots of different cultures. And my dad is actually the original Indians that live in the Caribbean. The Caribs, my dad's Carib, my mother is black.
Wow.
So there's a lot of flavor and cooking and craziness going on in my house when it comes to food. And I like that.
The food at your family reunions must be insane.
So we had Thanksgiving last week, and ever since I came to Canada, about 8 years ago, my husband will say that's wrong, but we decided that we would have Thanksgiving to learn more about Canadians, more about the new people in our community, and so every year we'll have between 40 to 60 people that we cook for with all the.
Let there be lights.
We don't delay in chat.
You got to be able to see me, people. Come on.
We want the internet.
So what did you guys have for Thanksgiving?
So for Thanksgiving this year, we had escabeche fish, which is a Jamaican style of fish, and basically
it's like a pickled, right?
It's not really pickled; it's fried, and then it's the way it's flavored. It's flavored with vinegar, and then fresh red peppers, carrots, and so on.
Gotcha. So it's a take on the French dish escabeche, which is like a pickle. Yeah.
It is pickled, but
they just fry it first.
Yes, exactly. So, and then we had stuffed maple squash with wild rice stuffing.
Oh, delicious.
We had Caribbean chicken stew. I made 8 chickens and every one of them got eaten. Okay. Then we also had, mashed potatoes so that my husband could be happy. And then beautiful roasted beets with thyme and a raspberry dressing.
Nice.
So, and we made all the food, my husband and I.
All right, so
we're going to start first by getting the onions and the garlic.
Okay.
We're going to saute that up a little bit.
So clearly, food is important to you. Is important.
Very important.
Growing up.
Very important. My dream was to be a chef.
Oh, okay.
That was my dream.
Good dream.
It was a very big dream of mine. It didn't work out that way. I ended up having a few hand issues and hand surgery, and then the schedule just didn't work out for my life. So here I am now tonight. I'm a chef.
Yes.
Chef Natalie.
This chef schedule doesn't work out for anybody's life. Anybody.
And where's the baked macaroni, Dave says? Where's the baked
Baked
macaroni?
macaroni. Listen,
I
David.
know, I've heard your baked macaroni story.
Yeah.
It's very different than our baked macaroni.
It is very different.
I
It
know,
is-
I was quite shocked at the baked macaroni.
So it's
Yes.
like a Jamaican thing?
No, Bayesian. It's
Bayesian?
different.
So wait, what is Bayesian?
So Barbadian.
Okay,
I am,
okay.
Barbados. Barbadians are called Barbadians or Bayesians.
Oh, okay.
That's the traditional colloquial term for a Bayesian person.
Gotcha.
Yes. Hence the sauce. Right?
So food's important to you.
Food's very important to me.
And so you're involved with food-related charities as well, right?
Yeah, so right now, I try when I can to get involved with charities that help other people. This last month, I went with my friends and family to volunteer at Souls Harbor Mission. But this month, I really want to talk about Parker Street Food and Furniture Bank. Every year, they give out 1,000 food hampers, and right now, they're looking for donations to fill those hampers to make sure that families in Nova Scotia who typically wouldn't have a Christmas celebration can have one without worrying about, having food anxiety that maybe they won't be able to celebrate, and that's really important. So if you're out there and you got extra cash this Christmas, don't buy that thing for the person who has everything. Maybe give a gift to Parker Street in their name.
And really, like, every little bit helps.
And really every little bit, absolutely, 100%. So I'm going to continue here by getting a little bit of curry in there.
Okay.
And I'm
So
gonna-
this is your
So
own.
this would be more of a Caribbean style curry. This is not
I can
Indian
smell
curry.
coconut in it.
Doesn't have coconut. No. This is more of a Caribbean style curry. Don't ask me what's in it. It's Caribbean.
So I smell
So
coconut.
like
That's
Jamaica would use this type of curry. It would be different from what, say, Guyana or Trinidad would use. This is more, I would say, Barbados, a little bit of Jamaica, and so on. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in our sauté here.
It smells like coconut, guys. It smells like coconut.
That's why I'm so happy, right? I need a little bit of water. I need at least a cup
Cup of water?
Yeah.
So how did you get into the auto detailing business?
So, before I got into the auto
That's a legitimate question.
It is
How
a
did-
legitimate. My
It's an odd
husband's
question.
family. My husband's family owned an auto body shop in Quebec for about 40 years. So my husband's really the car guy. Trust me, I didn't know the difference between Toyota and a Ford, or I just wanted a nice car, and so it just. I was more on the business side, and he was more on the car side, and we just put those two together. So.
And you guys, how long have you been in business?
We've been in business now for 5 years.
Wow, okay.
Ted's up for Shannon Chambers. And who else?
So now.
Noah's here, Dare Gators was here.
So we got
Everybody.
our fish here. Fish would typically, in Caribbean style, every fish would be marinated in salt and lime.
So this obviously typically would not be salmon, right?
It could be salmon, but
Okay.
it would not be a fillet. It would usually be the whole fish cut with the bone inside.
Skin still on.
Skin still on.
Score.
Yeah, exactly. It would be snapper. It would be jacks. It would be something like that.
Gotcha.
Caribbean people like to have the bones in the fish. They like to suck on them, with the whole head and
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
Exactly. So we're gonna add our fish that's been sitting in my seasoning that I made. So basically, this is full of marjoram and green onions and everything, and as well as some other really nice seasoning, and a little bit of spice.
There's no shellfish paste in there, is it?
No.
Okay, good. I'm allergic to shellfish. I thought I'd check after I put it in my mouth. The last thing we need today is for me to be taken off in an ambulance.
So while we have the fish going,
Okay. Just tidy this up a little bit.
tidy that up a little bit. Actually, we can add this all in, Chef Ben.
You throw it all
Yeah,
in?
yeah, we can
You
add
just call me Ben. You don't
Yeah.
need to call me Chef Ben.
I like saying chef. Hopefully you'll call me Chef Natalie.
I can do
Oh,
that.
we get an honorary title. We'll give you
Honorary.
No problem.
This ready for it? I love you, mommy, from Dylan.
Oh, hi Dylan. My fans. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of parsley in there as well.
So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this looks absolutely amazing. It really does. It's so colorful. It's beautiful.
Before
How does
you,
it smell?
Like coconut.
Like coconut.
Smells delicious.
I don't know what he's supposed to go.
Ted said you going to the ambulance would suck for you, but be great for the show. Be happy.
Oh,
It'd be
we'd
good
go
TV.
viral for sure.
It'd be good
We'd go
TV.
viral.
So when we're making steamed fish, we want to make sure we have a little bit of sauce in there.
I just caught my towel on fire. It's just one of those days, guys. It's perfect.
It is episode 13.
It's episode 13.
Listen, I'm here.
Episode 13.
Listen, I'm here, and the place is on fire. So anyhow,
All right, so what are these? What are these guys? These Shirley coconut biscuits.
so here I made sure to bring some Bayesian Shirley coconut biscuits. Everybody knows who's Caribbean knows what they are. They're made in Barbados. They're coconut flavored.
That's
You
the
start
coconut.
There's the coconut.
You
It's not
start
coconut.
eating them, you cannot stop. They're selling them at Sobeys
Like
now.
a cookie?
They're like a biscuit, basically.
Okay, no. Biscuit and cookie.
So listen, Caribbean people call everything cookie. If it's hard and sweet and circle, square, whatever, it's a cookie.
It's a cookie.
Yeah, just like, you know, my husband will say, well, do you mean your foot or your leg? We call everything foot, right? From here to here, it's your foot, right? That's how Caribbean people roll.
Simplicity at its
Simplicity,
best, right?
yeah.
Big
yeah.
feet and everything's a cookie, guys. Right here on Chit Chat Show.
So Dave says, ask Natalie why she didn't bring any tiger balls.
Yeah, I couldn't find any!
What is
Good.
Tiger
What is
Balls?
tiger
So
balls?
Tiger Malt is a Caribbean's like bitter tasting, like you have, you know, the malt that Scottish people like.
Yeah.
But this would not be alcoholic. It would be made from more of a barley bitter type malt.
Is it
but
a
sweet.
drink?
It's a drink. Yes, I was looking for some to bring
Tiger
some.
Malt.
It's called Tiger Malt. It's made in Barbados, and it's really good.
Like ginger beer, kind of?
It's not ginger beer. Ginger beer is made from ginger,
Yeah, I know.
but kind of, but Caribbean style.
Ooh.
Have you ever heard of Vitamalt?
Walmart. They have it at Walmart.
They have it
They
at
have it at
Walmart. They have it at Sobeys. They have it at Superstore.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's good. So, gonna add a little.
We'll have to try that.
You will have to try
So
that.
at Superstore Dave says.
I really wish that I just had some under here, but I did not.
Nice.
I was looking for it. Can I have a little bit more water? Just a
Absolutely, yeah.
little bit more.
I love it. Mia.
What's
Mia
it?
says she loves it.
She loves Tiger? You love Tiger Malt,
Tiger
Mia?
Malt, yeah.
Mia's in Colorado. Natalie.
Not Mia, Nia.
Oh, you said
Oh,
Nia.
Nia. I thought you
No,
said
I
Mia
said
too.
Nia.
Oh, Nia. Oh,
Dave
sorry.
wrote
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
Oh, Nia is my daughter.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, don't
Yeah.
get confused.
Episode 13.
So anyhow,
So what do we have here?
so over here I have what we would typically eat with steamed fish. Now you can have it with your typical rice and beans, or you know, just plain rice. You can have it with, say, people would do mashed yams or a root vegetable called dasheen. Here I have white sweet potato, which is not the same as, say, the typical sweet potatoes that
And
you
you
have here.
found that it's...
I found this at Superstore, but it also sold at Sobeys, and I also have plantains. That is something very traditional where you would have what they call ground provisions. You would have sweet potato, you would have carrots, you would have some beans, and then you would put that in your bowl, and then you would put your steamed gravy and the fish on top, and that would be a traditional steamed fish dish.
So it just tastes like a really mild sweet potato.
Yes, it's a mild sweet potato, but there's some that
It's
come
kind
even
of firmer too, eh?
I didn't cook this as much, but this one it was a little bit yellow, but you can get some that are even whiter than that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just gonna show.
Now Mia's here.
And now Mia.
So this is the sweet potato.
Yes, and it usually has a pink skin. It doesn't have that orange hue at all when you actually
And they
buy
just
it.
always have it at the grocery
And
store?
you typically usually always have it. Plantains, I'll tell you a funny joke. So a couple months ago, maybe late last year, I happened to be in Superstore. That's good. I put a little extra water. I happened to be in Superstore, and there was this guy. He was carting away this big box of plantains, and I was like, "Are you bringing those out or taking them?" "Oh, they're no good," he said. I'm like, "They're perfect." He's like, "No, they're not yellow anymore. They got brown spots." I was like, "That's when they're ready to eat." So I got the whole box for like $3. I was eating plantains for days.
That's awesome.
So anyhow, as I was saying about this meal, you can add things to it, or Caribbean
directly into it.
You could no. You would take this. This would be your base in your bowl, right? And you could have different vegetables, even regular potatoes or whatever.
Oh, okay.
You could have carrots. You could have some squash, some pumpkin. Caribbean people would use, and then you basically have this. So people talk now about clean eating. Yeah. Caribbeans were eating clean eating before it was fashionable, basically, right? And it's a quick meal. It's healthy, and it's also very flavorful, just because of that green seasoning mix that we put in there, right? I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to my situation here.
That was really good. I think this is the first time I haven't actually had to cook anything.
I know. It's pretty epic.
You like this?
Just chilling, drinking some water.
Oh yeah, someone asked, was it Derek that asked that, what are you drinking? Because you look like Sam Malone from Cheers drinking behind the bar.
That's pretty much what's happening. I'm drinking a delicious Canadian water called Esca. It's out of Montreal. We have it in the shop here. I really like it. It's sparkling water.
That is very
They're not
nice.
paying me to say it. I just really like Esca water. I drink it all the time. If you come in here, you will probably see me drinking an Esca water.
I should mention
If they want to pay us for that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I should mention that the traditional dish of Barbados is flying fish and cuckoo. Cuckoo is a corn
Yeah, if you see
meal.
flying fish, you're cuckoo.
Yes.
I am nailing it today. Nailing
They
it.
actually do fly. They actually come out of the water about 5 feet, and they actually have a wingspan. They flutter, and then they go back into the water. Seriously. And then cuckoo is cornmeal that is boiled with okra slash. So you boil the okra, you get
And then
that
the okra
slime,
binds it?
and then the okra binds it, and it becomes almost like a mashed potato, And then you can also use this steamed fish sauce.
So it'd be like almost like a really, really creamy polenta.
Really creamy polenta.
Interesting. I
Yes,
would like to
we'll
try
have
that, actually.
You'll have to try it.
Yeah, I will try
It's
that.
good. So, just gonna give that a few more minutes, and then we can we get a little plate or
Oh
something?
yeah, we have plates. We're set. We're set. So it is rust proofing season.
It's
at
rust proofing
the House
season.
of Auto Details.
It is at the House of Auto Details rust proofing season. A lot of people
We're done with
are
this,
getting
right?
to realize that even when it's good weather, despite the fact that we're having good weather, you'll notice that the temperature is fluctuating. Sometimes you get out in the morning, your car is cold, but by lunchtime it's warm. The metal of your vehicle is contracting and expanding all the time, and it's sucking in droplets of water that will stay in the panels and basically start corrosion literally within a few days. But if you have your rust control, and we do it, a lot of people say undercoating. Really, undercoating is just underneath. We do the dog legs, we do the rocker panels, we do the doors, we do the trunk lid.
The only thing I understood there was doors. What are dog legs?
We'll keep you in the kitchen, barefoot and cooking. We won't let you out, buddy. So anyhow, in this season, you really want to make sure that you get your rust protection done, because it can help protect your vehicle from rust. It can save you money. I mean, we make sure that we spray all the electrical connections in your engine bay area so that you don't get malfunctioning parts, starters, and so on. It's being protected by that rust protection. And then we also help you maintain. Instead of, going to the mechanic because you have a lock that's frozen or something, the rust control protection product keeps those mechanisms lubricated. your door jambs, your hinges, your door mechanism, the trunklet, so you don't get out one morning and you can't get in your car, basically. So it's a very, very...
Think about that for the Chevy Cruze.
It's definitely the Chevy
I'll never
Cruze.
have that problem with my Chevy Cruze.
So right now we're gonna...
You want to plate this?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Can I just...
Oh, it's making noise.
Sorry, Internet. Sorry.
So I'm gonna try to make a pretty plate here. So we have our carrots.
So do you eat like this at home now?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yes. Yes, I do.
You're not fibbing, are you, Natalie?
No, David, do we eat like this at home? Yes, we do.
So-
Dave says, cruise on into Crown, Chef Ben.
Oh.
I love it.
I just got it, so it has rust protection already on it. But I will next
You
year.
need more.
That's
You
dog
need
legs. That's the
more.
dog legs.
Oh, the dog legs are fantastic. Lean and muscly.
I might have to buy your car then.
So what's the deal with this baked mac and cheese that we were talking about earlier?
So
What's this?
here, macaroni and cheese seems to be mostly the pasta, a cream sauce,
Bechamel.
Yeah.
right? Bechamel, right? And a little bit of seasoning.
Yeah.
But when you're making Caribbean mac and cheese, we don't call it mac and cheese, macaroni pie. So you have the pasta, but when you boil the pasta, it's boiled with thyme, it's boiled with marjoram, it's boiled with ginger, so it takes that flavor in. And then when we mix it, you have your cheese, you have some mustard, you have some milk, you have smoky paprika, you have...
You don't make a sauce, actually.
You don't make a
Kinda
sauce.
Put it all in it, stir it all in.
Stir it all up, but with that Caribbean flavor, right? It has to be flavorful, or people are not going to eat it. They
Oh,
want.
we had our mac and cheese. It's pretty flavorful.
I have had your mac and cheese.
It's not like.
I don't like the sound of that.
I have had your mac and cheese,
Oh, Natalie.
but you have got to come better on the mac and cheese
Oh, I like to
department.
have a mac and cheese.
Oh,
Cook
network,
off.
Yes.
the network's going again. The network's going.
Cook off.
Okay.
Hilarious. Ted says it's no pie.
So here we have. Can we show them?
Yeah.
So here's our completed steamed fish. If you want to take a look at that.
Ooh, it's yummy. I see
Right?
the curry.
You see a little bit of curry in there. And we probably need a spoon. So make sure we got a little bit for everybody in here.
Is there somebody back?
Rochelle. She
Oh,
just
okay.
got back from an event.
I keep hearing things back.
It's not just about live, Ben. There's other things that happen.
We are a full service catering.
Full service catering here. Well, that looks
Smells
delicious.
good.
Does look
Smells
good.
great.
So you do a big dinner
yeah.
once a year.
We do
right?
a big dinner
So
once a
explain
year.
this to me. You emailed me about it, but I didn't fully understand what it means.
Yes. So basically, our American Thanksgiving, I moved here from the United States, right? Been living there for many, many, many years.
From where?
New York City.
Oh, nice.
And so basically, we have kind of a mini Thanksgiving in October 9th. I'm sorry, October. But
What are you apologizing for? That's Canadian Thanksgiving.
I'm just saying.
Don't apologize for that. You live in Canada. There's nothing wrong with that.
We have a mini one in October, though. We have a massive one because it's just different. Like people,
Oh, it's
aren't-
totally different.
People aren't planning. People are not planning to really do much on American Thanksgiving, so it's a great time to invite friends. And usually, what we do is we don't invite the same people twice. That's one.
Okay.
Two, we invite people who are new to the country. We invite clients. We invite business people that we work with. We invite.
I never got an
Facebook
Listen,
talk
buddy,
show
it's
host?
coming.
Oh!
Listen. We will go literally. If I meet someone in the supermarket, we're talking in the aisle, I'll say, "Hey, you ever thought? Would you like to come to my house for Thanksgiving dinner?" We've literally done that, and
Wow.
every year it comes together, and it becomes a little bit of a community. So over the years that we've been here, they have been more than 200 people that have been to my
Wow.
house over the continuum, and it's awesome
That's
because
awesome.
you come as strangers and you leave as friends.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
That's
So
super awesome.
Yeah. So you always got to make sure you got that sauce on everything. Like
On everything.
yes, because
Make
Caribbean
that
people
some
like sauce. Woo. This should actually be a little bit more saucy, but you gotta have sauce on stuff.
I don't even know what to say. It looks so delicious. I'm just like waiting to try it. So did you do anything to the plantain, or is that raw?
No, I didn't do anything to the plantain. It probably could have been cooked a little bit more, but I just wanted to make sure it wasn't squished. So typically I would have chosen a plantain that was a little bit more ripe, but this is all they had at Superstore. So usually it has those brown spots. It's you can smell it a little sweet. And here, let me just get a little bit more sauce here.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, well that's about all the time we have. Just enough time to try it.
Oh, we gotta have some
Oh,
Bajan
some hot
pepper
sauce.
sauce. So listen, Bajan pepper sauce, I don't need anything without it. Like, it's so awesome. Is it good?
That's really good.
All right.
That's really, really good.
Pepper sauce?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll put a little bit on the side here.
How hot is
It's not very hot. It's tangy.
it? Ooh.
It's tangy. I literally have people bring it for me, smuggle it in their suitcase.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. I give it as gifts.
That's
Don't worry, we'll get
really
one for
good.
you.
That's really, really, really good. What is that flavor in the beginning?
So you got a little bit of mustard. You got the
There's
Scotch
something
bun.
sweet there, though.
Sweet.
I recognize it.
Well, it has a little bit
It's like
of
kind
sugar.
of fruity.
You were probably getting a zesty, tropically Scotch bonnet, peppery
Maybe.
type
It's
flavor.
really good.
Yeah. So here's my finished dish.
Da, 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 da. This thing look really nice and close.
It is so delicious.
Caribbean
Oh my god.
Bajan steamed fish with plantains, sweet potatoes, and carrots.
And like the best hot sauce.
And the best hot sauce.
You're not drinking that part.
We get some hearts from Mia in Colorado. Speaking of Thanksgiving dinner, Thanksgiving in the States.
Ooh.
Oh my
Are you
god.
gonna try this, Patty?
Oh, I'm totally gonna try
There
it.
you go.
Try that sauce, the hot sauce.
That's this stuff
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, lipstick and a ring from Nia. What's that mean?
Oh, kisses.
Kiss?
That's so good.
It's so good, but that's so hot for me.
You didn't want the
I'm
food.
so not hot. Woo woo.
All right, so
Can I
that's
still
it.
see this one?
That's
Thank
the-
you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Oh, it's yummy with the fish.
Check out Natalie at the House of Auto Details. It is just up the street from us. What is your actual address?
It's 9 Simmons Road, right here in Bedford.
Right here in
And I can
Bedford.
attest they do an excellent job because they've cleaned my car multiple times, and my car is not an easy car to clean.
Her car is usually filthy. I've been in it many times.
Shush.
We've kept
and
the
shush.
pink vans clean several times as well. We've
Yeah,
been there.
they've done the vans, and I have a new vehicle. You haven't seen my new vehicle.
We'll have to
I
see
know
it.
Who
you'll
do we have
have
next
to-
week?
What's that?
Who do we have next week?
I'm working on it.
Oh, we have no one next week.
Oh,
Awesome.
no, there's someone that's almost there.
Okay.
Yes.
So
And we have a holiday special coming up.
we do have a holiday.
It's gonna be epic.
We do. Oh, and we have Christmas classes. We have this week on Friday. We have Christmas classics coming up. It's gonna be
Ooh,
awesome.
yes.
We're gonna cook some quail, which
Quail.
there's a whole really cool
Wow.
story
And if you want to come,
about the quail. You can only hear if you come to the class.
I think there's 2 spots left. So
Two
if you
spots
want to book tomorrow, go on because I think there's 2 spots.
We have Kids in the Kitchen on Sunday,
Nice.
which is our baking class. The next Sunday we have Kids in the Kitchen, which is a really cool, just like full-on Christmas cooking class. So if you want your kids to help you with the cooking, or hell, just sit back, drink some wine, and make them do it all, send them to the class. All kinds of stuff. Check us out on the internet. You know where we
This is
are.
Yummy.
It's nice to be here, and thank
Thank
you
you
for
so much for
having me.
coming.
Thanks for coming.
So we always end the show the same way.
Lucky 13.
We got to say chit chat chop 5 times fast.
Okay.
We are on a roll. We've done 6 in a row now.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pressure, Natalie. Pressure.
Yes.
Huge pressure.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna count us in.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Chit chat chop, chit chat chop, chit chat chop, chit chat chop, chit chat chop.
Yay!
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah.